Alright, wrapping up kind of a quick B-roll session and some little stuff about the day. Alright, so we went and looked at a house today. I thought we were going to see a couple, but man, real estate agents, they just struggle to call you back. You know, you get a new listing, you know the phone's going to ring 20 times that first day if you have a price, right? But we went and looked at this house, and I tried to capture a short little video walking through the kitchen and the family room area, you can kind of see. But it was rough, but it wasn't that bad. I think it's an option. It's not at the top of their price range, but by the time you buy it and remodel it and get it to where it's habitable again, you're definitely going to be like pushing their budget a ton. So it was a good experience. I think it just kind of showed them another area, show them what's available to them, and you know, this guy's not going anywhere though. He had years, 40 years of stuff in this house that he has to move, and his wife's ready to go. They're moving to another state, but you know, it may take them 3 months to pack up this house, so they want a rent back option. I think that might be tough for them. So we'll see how it goes. But either way, you know, it's their last day to look at houses. I think they're going to go hang out at the beach the rest of the day, and then they're heading home. So guys, if you're watching this, it's been a lot of fun this week seeing houses. And I hope we can find something. Tomorrow's going to be a fun day though. We're going to go look at some kitchen cabinets for the kitchen and see if we can narrow down some of the products that we're going to be using in our house. So probably show you some stuff from that tomorrow. Anyway. Now I'm headed back. It's kind of weird filming people because they kind of know you're doing it, but you're trying to get random shots. So, something to get used to, that's for sure. Just kind of random vlog stuff. Alright, I'm on my way over to, it's technically La Costa, but we call it Carlsbad here. It's this awesome area near a golf course. Anyway, we're gonna go show a house over there, and this is kind of an interesting one. So this house was listed 4.5 hours ago. It's already been shown 3 times. Stuff comes up all the time around here, right? And when you're looking for a house, like, you gotta be on it. And it's amazing how many houses I've called on or looked at within 24 hours of it being listed already have multiple offers. It's a crazy market. So this house was listed this morning. It's occupied by the owner, who's the original owner since 1980. These guys are like 90 years old. They have a ton of crap. They've been there forever. And the agent literally is deferring all the showings to the homeowner. The homeowner, who's 90 years old, right? So this guy's got a walker, he's got an old dog. It's a struggle for him to answer the phone. Basically, the showing instructions are coordinate showings with your client with the owner. Here's his name, here's his number, call him, leave a message if he doesn't answer. And then, by the way, it's 24-hour showing. I was like, oh my gosh. And so my buddies are leaving tomorrow morning to go back home, and they're trying to see as many houses as they can, trying to get into this one. It's incredibly priced, so I know they're gonna have a ton of offers on it. So I'm trying to get them in here to see it while we can. Little spot here. There's a incredible hotel here that has 2 pools, a splash pad, and an amazing view. Just a great place. Love to stay here someday. Anyway, it's Friday. I'm just enjoying this amazing weather out here. This is the Carlsbad State Beach behind me and one of my favorite views here. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing fantastic and having an epic weekend and just enjoying everything that life has to offer. So anyway. So now I'm go show a couple houses to some clients. I've talked about them before. They're actually some friends of mine who are moving down to the area, so super excited about that. We're looking at houses in Encinitas and Carlsbad today. And they're looking for an older house, which is kind of a fixer-upper, which is cool. They have a pretty decent budget, so it's kind of fun. I have another client who's looking for houses like in the 500 range. It seems like a ton of money to some of you guys, but 500 doesn't get you much here in North San Diego County. So we are looking at houses, and it's gonna be fun. So we got a couple houses. There's actually one of them is really cool. It's an old firehouse, and I've been to it before. But basically, they decommissioned a firehouse in my city, and now they're selling it as a residence. So you get this massive garage. It's like an 8-car garage. I think it's like a 1,500 square foot garage. And then you get this house with like 4 bedrooms too. And they're attached, obviously. It's not like a normal firehouse, you know, it's like multiple stories and the fire pole and all that going down. It's just like a normal 2-story house, but they have this huge, huge garage. And for being a car guy like myself, I would fill it up. I mean, honestly, like if you gave me the opportunity, I would have 8 cars in there easily. It's just cool. It's like it got a drive-through thing, and it's got a huge air compressor, and there's no yard because it's all concrete, and you can park like 15 cars there. But anyway, I'll try to get some video for you. It's pretty cool. I would love to own a firehouse. Quick side note, which is kind of fun. So my grandparents moved to the Bay Area of California back in the 50s. I think it was 54 if I remember. And they were moving from Minnesota originally. They lived in Denver for a little bit, and then they eventually made their way out to San Mateo, which is just south of San Francisco. And they bought a new house back then in the 50s. It was like $12,000. It's just so incredible that this house back then, $12,000. If you love real estate, you'll appreciate this story. And it was like a 1,800 square foot, 4-bedroom house in San Mateo. $12,000 in the Bay Area, right? Like property taxes aren't even that cheap in the Bay Area. So they bought this house. They lived in it forever. My dad grew up there. They sold the house after my grandma passed away in the 90s. And they sold it in the 90s. I want to say this is like 94 or 95. I can't remember exact year it was. And they sold it for like $480,000, which is a huge increase. And obviously, you know, my grandparents weren't there to take this cash, but it was passed down to my parents and my aunt and uncle and those guys. But anyway, I followed it later. So that was back in the 90s, right? There's this massive real estate increase in the 90s and early 2000s in the Bay Area. That house sold again in 2012 for $1.8 million. Is that not incredible? Like, I wish I would have been in an opportunity to have been able to keep that house at that time, and in the 90s be able to have it as a rental. I mean, I was like 12 years old when they sold it, or 13. But man, what an incredible opportunity that real estate can do for you, right? So anyway, my point of telling you this story is when they moved there, they were building a brand new fire station right down the street from them, and my grandparents were out looking at houses, and now's the house that my grandma wanted to buy because she loved the garage. It's just so cool that I had a grandma who wanted to have a firehouse for her house, and like, no, it's not for sale, you know, I know it's got this huge garage and all this stuff, but it's actually going to be the fire station, so sorry, you have to buy something else. So anyway, they moved up the street and bought that house, but it's just kind of funny. Like, it's so cool that there's a firehouse for sale. Like, how many times do you get the chance to buy a firehouse and actually live in it? So anyway, that's what I'm working on.